Logan City, 400 North.
Hello everyone, thank you for being with us tonight. I'm Sam Ott, I'm one of the engineers for Logan City. This project probably looks familiar, like Jim mentioned. It's a repeat from last year. We were encouraged by the CMPO to reapply for this. I thought it was a good project last year, like Jim mentioned. So we're here again. A lot of it, the scope of the project hasn't changed, the finances has, so I'll make sure I detail that in detail. But stop me if you have any questions. So we're going to talk about the project scope, needs of the project, why it's important, project costs, and then any questions. So the project location, I'm sure everyone's familiar with 600 West in Logan, 400 North right now, it dead ends at a T intersection. What this project would do would connect.
Bottom button.
Your buttons are hard. Okay, all right, so we connect 400 North on both ends. Right now existing, we have a 100-foot right-of-way on each side. So what we're proposing is the same 100-foot through this area. Project scope, like I mentioned, it's a 102-foot right-of-way to match what we have existing. It'd be two 12-foot lanes in each direction, a center turn lane with bike path, sidewalk, on each side, park strip. What we're going for here is a complete street. We don't want to build just a part. We don't want to have right of way for just a part. We want to be able to build the whole thing. So that's why we include this. Here's a depiction of where the land is coming from that we need to purchase. This might have changed from last year. What we've done is laid out a 30% design of the road alignment. This road alignment will be designed for 40 miles per hour, so posted at 35 most likely. We impact, I think, 6 property owners. This has changed hands in the last year, and they have dedicated 66 feet of the right-of-way to us. We are seeking part of the funds to purchase the additional 36 feet we need to get to the 102, as well as property from the Valley View Estates and Spenland Medical Research Institute and the Union Pacific Railroad. This property cost, this cost estimate, does not include any construction easements, slope easements. We're just not at a point where we can guess what those would be, so we didn't include them. If we end up needing more right-of-way later, for instance, through crossing the railroad or something, that would be a part of the construction costs, not a part of this right-of-way cost. What's the need for this project? In the Regional Transportation Master Plan approved by the CMPO in 2015, it laid out these goals that I kind of thought were applicable: building complete streets, preserving right-of-way ahead of time. A big one in my mind is this would help move traffic off of Main Street. Between 2nd North and 4th North, we kind of get a bottleneck as cars try to make that transition from SR 30 to Highway 89 going up the canyon. So this would help that problem. It wouldn't remove it completely. We're not proposing this as a replacement for SR 30. This is just an alternative roadway for users. It would connect east side of the valley to the west side of the valley. Right now we kind of struggle with those connections, so this would help build that. As you can see, it's on the Regional Transportation Master Plan's Phase 1 project list, ones that should be completed by 2024. It's number 13 on that list. Project cost, this is what's changed from last year. As Jim mentioned, our project ask actually went down a little bit. Project cost went up, though. We're estimating $1.4 million to purchase the right-of-way. This cost increase comes from a lot to do with the Valley View Estates, the mobile home park. That cost to cure includes the cost to purchase the affected mobile homes, the pads, replace some infrastructure that we'd be taking away from the mobile home park. That number has increased from last year as we went back and reevaluated those numbers this year. So that's one of the biggest changes. The other change was the Union Pacific Railroad. I don't think that property was included in last year's application, so that's reflected in this. This next slide kind of breaks it down to show the summary. $1.4 million is the total project cost. Logan City, through previous property purchases, engineering costs, and a cash contribution is contributing almost $500,000 for this project. This cash contribution has gone up significantly from last year. We are invested in this project. We want to see it happen, so we're making our match 35%, which brings the COG requested amount down $60,000, as Jim mentioned. Does anyone have any questions I can address? Yes?
I had a couple. Do you have a breakdown of what that $508,000 covers?
Yes,
pretty
we-
high for a mobile home park.
Yes, we do, and it was included in the application. Like I said, each mobile home itself is purchased, 12-month lease for the person occupying the pad was included in that. A water line replacement, we'd have to rebuild a water line for the Valley Estates, a road reconstruction for that Valley Estates. And these are all, it'd all be done according to UDOT's property acquisition procedures. But there is a breakdown in the packet.
There wasn't any future revenue that was planned for the estates. I'm guessing they're a rental property? Or they purchase properties?
Valley View Estates, it's the mobile home park itself owns the property. If you own a trailer, you own the trailer itself, not the pad. So no, there wasn't any future revenue estimates included in that cost to cure cost. It wasn't just cost to replace what we were taking away from them.
The second question I had is, when you spend all this money to connect Fourth with 10th West, how are you going to get traffic off of 10th West? What's the incentive going to be to utilize that road? Or is our money going to go to a road that's going to be used by local people only, right? How do you get people off of 200?
Yeah, valid question. So like I said, right now you have to go up Second North, make a left-hand turn onto Main Street, sit at the 4th North traffic light, and then turn right to get up the canyon. We've seen a big congestion there, and UDOT previously installed, I don't know if you noticed, the 3 lanes on Main Street for those 2 blocks. That helped, but we suffered in losing our parking. So it was kind of a test to see what would happen. So we know that stretch of Main Street is a problem in downtown Logan. So this would give drivers that are just trying to get from east side of Logan to west side or west side to east side a way to get off of Main Street. Also, we're seeing development starting up on the west side of town. So this would open that up to allow alternative routes. Right now we've got Second North is kind of our only east-west corridor in that area. So it's just opening up options.
So how are you going to get people from 4th turning left onto 10th?
Yes.
Are you planning on, is UDOT planning on putting a light there?
Yeah, so that's a good question. UDOT's access management plan, spaces, stoplights on 10th West, so we wouldn't control that. I'm sure in the future someday it would be evaluated. I doubt that UDOT would put it that close to the Second North one, and so that would be on UDOT to evaluate which intersection gets the priority there. I think we're 20 plus years on any change there. Like I said, we're not advocating this road as a replacement of SR30, just as an alternative. There is a left-hand turn movement issue, yes, but coming west to east, it does free up that movement. Anything else I can address? Yeah.
One question. I did notice that you're purchasing property from the Union Pacific Railroad. Are they selling property along their right of way now? That's something brand new. I'd never heard of that.
No, that wouldn't be. It would basically be purchasing an easement from the railroad. But